Greetings everyone. Today we're going to explore slope specifically from a graph. If you need to find slope from all the other types of information, make sure you see my other videos. This one is just for from a graph. Now we do have a foldable for this, so make sure you have that because these graph pictures are going to be necessary. So our only rule or information that we need for today's task is what I have here on the screen. When we're finding the slope from a graph, a couple of key things. Instead of writing the slope is every time, we use the letter M in algebra. Now, this is just a me thing, but I like to think of M because it's the way I'm moving my graph. So what's the move? M equals, all right? The next thing, your slope is going to be change. This symbol, delta, triangle, means we're going to talk about the change in my y values and we're going to put them over the change in my x values. Now, what you should be familiar with from your previous class, though, is the words rise over run. How far up and down and how far left and right am I changing? Rise means up, down. Run means left, right. Well, that makes sense. Up, down is the y-axis. Left, right is the x-axis. Let's put this into practice. I am going to use some colors to help you visualize. So let's start with, we want an answer that is stated as M equals, and I'm looking for a possible ratio, rise over run. All right, let's start off with my rise. Place your pencil on a dot. I'm going to start here. My jumps to the next dot is up, 1, 2, 3. That's a positive 3 because I'm going up. My run, how far left or right do I go from there? To the right, 1. Right is positive. From there, if you can simplify, do so. What's positive divided by positive? Positive. What's 3 divided by 1? 3. I'm hoping that some of you get comfortable with just jumping straight to m equals 3. Let's try again. I'm going to set it up first. M equals, I'm going to prepare my fraction, and we're talking rise over run, or maybe you remember it better as y over x. Let's start with our rise. I'm going to start at this dot. It does not matter which dot you start at. To get to the other dot, how far up or down? Down 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 4, that's a negative. Run from where I left off. I'm going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took 6 jumps to the right, which is positive. Let's simplify that though. A negative divided by a positive is negative. And what does 4 6 go down to? That goes down to 2/3 because I can divide each of them in half, right? So negative 2/3 is my slope, my change. Let's take a look at this one. Let's prep m equals. We're going to write a fraction bar right away. We're going to talk about rise over run. Keep repeating that to yourself. I'm going to start at this dot. I have to rise 1, 2, 3. I went up 3. My run, 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to go to the right 4. Right is positive. Positive divided by a positive, I don't need that symbol anymore because it would be positive. Let's prep this one. M equals fraction bar. Let's talk about our rise. I'm going to start at this dot. I went down 1, 2. Down means negative. Then I go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right is positive. So a negative divided by a positive stays negative. And the negative can go top, bottom, or out front, right? I don't care where you write it. I care that my answer is negative. This problem here looks very unique. Now, this is a rule we're going to have to remember, but I want to show you that you can find it each time. Now, you might be thinking there's no dots to count. If there's a perfect intersection, make your own dots. Like I see I have a perfect intersection here, so draw a dot. And then I see one here, and then I see one here. Like it doesn't matter where you draw them. It just matters that it's an intersection. So let's start by approaching this the same way. Let's talk about our rise. I rise 1, 2, 3. Yours might be 5. Someone else's might be -2. Doesn't matter. Run though, I'm not running. I'm going 0 left or right. If you forget, type that in your calculator and see what happens. But can I divide by 0? Remember my little shortcut? Is this an okay, which would be 0, or is this a no, so it'd be undefined? This is a no. So our slope is m equals undefined. Here's my little trick. This is a Mortvet trick. This isn't a math teacher, math anything. I like to draw a little stick figure. Can a person walk straight up a wall? No, that's impossible. So we have a math word for that, undefined. Let's try this one. It looks kind of similar, but let's approach it the same way. I'm going to talk about my rise over run, but I see that I'm missing dots. So let's just write some dots. It looks like I intersect here, and I don't know, I'm going to pick this one. So from one dot to the other, how much did I go up? 0. That's unique. How much did I run? 1, 2, 3. Is this an okay or a no situation? This is an okay. Okay means, or use your calculator too, 0 divided by any number in the world is 0. Every horizontal line will be 0. Let me show you my little Mortvet trick again. No special meaning. Draw a stick figure. Can a person walk straight across a floor? Yeah. Is that person going up or down? Not at all. Their slope is 0 because they're not going up or down. All right. These examples are not on your notes, so just follow along. I'm going to start at this dot. My rise is 1, 2 down, -2. My run is to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I went to the right 4. Now I want you to simplify that. A negative divided by a positive is going to stay a negative, but I can cut both of these in half. So -1/2. Watch this, you guys. That means from this dot, can I go down 1, right 2? I can, because look, there'd be another dot. Down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. Look at all those dots I have. Now, make sure, as always, to check out Google Classroom. What's the task at hand? What are we working on? My hope is that this is a review, that you've seen the rise over run. So just make sure, rise over run. Also remember that you can have answers such as undefined. Yep, we're still going to be dealing with that. And you can have answers of 0. Those are options, okay? Simplify fractions, remember your negatives, and until next time, have a good one.